Hello, I am Mariano Gutierrez Alarcón and welcome to the 12th Man Academy, the show that asks the questions we believe the fans want to know about football. Joining me for this series is well-known and passionate manager Gus Poyet and our voice of the fans, long-suffering supporter Stephen Brown. Together, we will get inside the pitch and hope to answer your doubts about managing at the top end of the game, while we get the inside track of being a top-level football manager. In each episode, we get a better understanding of the thoughts, the decision-making, and the philosophies of a top-level coach, from picking a club captain to tactics and team identity as we connect the fans to the manager. In this series, we reference to past events as we use examples that were happening in the football world at the time we recorded this podcast. In this episode, we continue the identity concept and we talk about two clubs' identities, Man City and Liverpool. How can I identify the difference between Liverpool identity, Manchester City identity?
Very simple. That one is simple.
Spurs.
Yeah, with the Spurs, I'm still thinking that it's still not defined 100%. It's going to be probably after the next transfer window. But if we go to Liverpool and Man City, it's simple. Liverpool is a team that, yes, they respect the ball a lot. If they can hurt you direct, they will. They won't wait for you to become unpressed. If they can play direct, again, with the three up front, they will go for you. They will eat you. They will really make you run backwards. And they won't be trying to attract you one way to try to play in a certain way. No, it's a game that is very intense. Yes, they respect the ball a lot because they go players, they want to play the ball. But when they have the chance to go, they go. It can be long. It can be second ball. It can be crosses. It could be really going there. No, it's like one aim going there. Man City is different. Man City play with you. Man City try to bring you, try to take you one way, to isolate players, to make you, win the game in a certain way, to make you tired, so you run behind the ball. And the more you run behind the ball, the more mistakes you're going to make because you're going to be out of position and blah, blah. So they kind of playing with you. Okay? They play. They say, yeah, come. If you come in and go there, Liverpool is more bang, go. After they score, maybe they start controlling. So there is a big difference there.
And defending?
I'm going to say something really crazy. To achieve what Guardiola has done, you need a lot of money and very specific characteristics of players and time to convince them. Time. Because that, even nowadays, sometimes he gets upset because they don't do what he wants. The one of Klopp is more about the understanding of that system and having those players to play in a certain way. I don't know how many people in the world, I'm not talking about in England, in the whole world, thought that Jota will be the player that he is at Liverpool. Not many. Klopp knew. When Firmino was not at his best, he started looking for a player to play with the other two up front. And he looked, and said, this is the one. And when he got it, and people say, okay, interesting. And then now everybody's saying, wow, what a player. It was the same 2 years ago. The problem that we didn't look for his characteristics to play in a certain way. The same happened with Fabinho. Fabinho was playing in France, and he came, and in the beginning it was difficult. But the characteristics of Fabinho were exactly the characteristics of what Klopp was looking for to stay in the middle of the park. Because Henderson needs to run, and he wants someone to stay there. We're talking about the difference between the understanding as a collective group to the characteristics of one player because you want to play in a certain way. But it's great. I don't think you can copy because...
And defending, the differences?
Well, the defending is the best Liverpool. They were able to defend 1v1 without any problem because of the power and the speed of the defenders. They will leave you... The one who won the league, it was spectacular how they dealt with the situations of 1v1s. Now, slowly, because they become more and more offensive, it's not the same. The back four of the winning title of Liverpool is not, the names, they are the same, but it's not the same as today because it's a little bit more open because the three up front, there's 2 more years, we all get old, it's not a system, they get injuries, they are not on the same level, the opposition learn how to play against you, so they hurt you in a different way. For example, today, Liverpool play the highest he played the back four than any other game. Now they will play Man City, and they nearly conceded 5, even if the people think that it was a fair result. I disagree. For me, Man City was better, and they have more clear chances, and they didn't win because Sterling had a bad day. In another day, City wins the game easily. Now, that's a decision, Steve, from the coach. Yeah, we defend high, but today we're going to defend higher because we're going to go to Man City and we want to press them high. So
they
if the
didn't look
opposition...
comfortable.
Well, but if the opposition doesn't understand the game, you didn't see Guardiola telling the players, kick it long, kick it long. No, they know. If I don't have a space in here because they come in, the space is behind. I play long. And that doesn't mean that it's no Man City. They understand that the space they are behind, and they want to go there as well. And they made 2 or 3 passes in behind that. In another day, it finished 4-5-0 for me. It didn't work on the day, but they understand the game as a team. They know where the space are, and they will play depending on you. That's what Man City does. Liverpool, it won't play depending on you. Liverpool will play their own way, and they go 4-3-3, and we kill you, and we go, and the 3 up front, they will destroy you. And if you stay 1-1, they kill you. Okay, when they are at their best, they are at their best. So it's a little bit different.
It was interesting today watching the Liverpool look like not the team they have been. It was just so like they were kicking balls out. There was not much control at the back. It was just like, get it out. We need to clear our lines, start again. And then
because
the second half, it changed.
How they press, Stephen, how they press. Both teams, they press in an incredible way. I mean, there were situations today that nobody realized. It's nice to analyze football, and I would like them to watch it again, the game after they listen to us. It was moments in the second half that with the ball, Man City, the back 4 was Rodri, Stones, Laporte, and Bernardo Silva, because they were dropping for the fullback to go higher and for another one to come in. So they were playing, trying to attract you to the midfielders to get out of the midfield to press, to go in behind the 2 wide. In the first half, Walker went in behind Mane 3 or 4 with very dangerous. And then they were doing it with Cancelo behind Salah. They need to do that without the midfielders, center midfielders of Liverpool, because that's what the normally Liverpool says. Okay, you come in, I go 4-3 very strong. Don't lose it because I got the 3 up front. Now, today they were trying to attack a Henderson and Thiago to leave the midfield area, to make the other 2 to defend and to try to go in behind with the fullback. Interesting. Now, people didn't pay attention to that, but it was a way of Man City attracting midfielders so they were not able to support the back 4. That's why they struggled so much sometimes at the back, because they were not the solid 3 midfielders. They were too far. How many times Henderson pressed Laporte? It was going ahead of the 3 up front. If you go ahead of the 3 up front, then to go back is a problem. So it was very interesting tactical game today.
Separating the lines between the defenders and the midfielders, is that what?
The only one that stayed was Fabinho. The rest, they were all over the place. But because that was the way that club wanted to play the game. He said, I don't want Man City to keep the ball and slow down the game. I want to have intensity. Even if they kick it long and it's a risk at the back, that's the game I want to play. Intense. That's why the first half was spectacular. It was extraordinary, as a football game. Then the second half went a little bit down. It was more control. But it was like the game that club wanted to play that game. Guardiola, I'm not so sure. But they knew how to play because, like I said to you, they understand what is needed every time. Club needed to change earlier because of the amount of energy they spent. Guardiola changed it right at the end, 75, 76 minutes. So in different ways as well to look for the changes.
Thank you for listening to Club Identities Man City vs Liverpool podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe to the series, leave a winning review or a 5-star rating on the platform you're listening on. And do not forget to check our website at www.12asintheword-man-academy.com and let us know what would you like to know. If you would like to sponsor this podcast, please email us to sponsors@the12manacademy.com. See you next time at the 12 Man Academy.